hurting. But this I know, life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendencies. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4-2, they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the red dude. Red dot, I'm doing, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the pen's cool. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That's embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself.
It's week 13 of the 2022 season, and all eyes are on Jared Goff as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Lions and the Jaguars next on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now ETN to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, right back to ETN. Room here to run. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Jags march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, set.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this one taken in by Olave. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. That's taken on the 25. A great return there of 22 yards. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Brought down at the 20. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Flushed out right. And Goff picks up the first down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the count.
Gain of 9 yards. That's good. For the Lions.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help us.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point try now for Santoso. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Goff. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick six a moment ago, the second one he's thrown. And we're not to halftime yet. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Meanwhile, Goff to St. Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the 50, it's Goff. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Gone. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it is 42-0.
Lions nothing. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill has thrown a touchdown pass. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Lions, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie, and that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third, Goff. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They go play action with Lawrence. Going to be caught here left side, Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jaguars.
On play action, Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Taken down for a pass on the scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And this is caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Go, Jack Rabbit, come on.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sky Moore. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Lions nothing. Logan Crow to get off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Caught left side by Funchess.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game for running the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
DeJuan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
And they're going to speed things up here.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He's got a man. Complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, here for an offense, Charles, it certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Sky Moore.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Santoso now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jaguars
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now a first down throw. Goff. The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Goff now looking to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. But Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Lions.
There's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To the air again. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And some room to roam now. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And now here is another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Throwing again is gone. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of...
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you ride it like we ride it with each other, and you know why. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up till like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine. Jewelry get caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid, ayy. Y'all heard know I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a stick that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only care about what the pay till say. Urge you wanna be. Don't got a whip and rag on no petty. Lips, I talk with that on your hip.
It's week 14 of the National Football League, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Jaguars and the Titans on...
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense and leading them out in his 4th season with the team. 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he...
don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
To about the 40-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. So on fourth down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, Tannehill. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Here we go. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They go play action with Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. On the move to his left. And this is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Henry.
Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry, and he'll be give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Tannehill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. To throw is Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On the counter, ETN.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
ETN once more.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he will find Atwell. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On play action, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sky Moore, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now 14-0. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Dwayne Smoot, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Running left, it's Henry. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A beautiful fake. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And that one tied 14 apiece.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And quickly they get to the line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20. Touchdown! Travis Etienne from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. It couldn't be more exciting than that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This one downfield to Burks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Tannehill now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry down to about the 23.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Trayvon Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Now ETN to start the drive. They find some open. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Woods. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 22, Tannehill. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
On the set.
26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Tennessee offense set to go again. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario like what feels good to you, what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely,
But this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, ETN once more. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for the Jaguars, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, God power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dancing them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion mama mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the craft. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping it get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these down me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your doors. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old piece of...
It's week 15 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Jags and the Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
"22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from Jacksonville. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
The numbers for Zeke from last week: 20 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
When you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from the wide receivers.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
This defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Again, he finds more. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Going to be caught here, left side, Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sky Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have the feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he is going to lose yardage here. On 2nd down, ETN once more. On the run, now they'll need to draw something good here on 3rd and 13. Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. He will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, ETN once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 38 yards on the scamper there. Lawrence will throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Olave from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Handoff running left is Etienne. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Olave, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it is 42-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana, check in on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Jarvis Landry, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities, check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. From the 24, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. Inside give to Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Prescott. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
That is surprised with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. To throw is Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. On second down, Etienne once more. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 75 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards on the ground. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to be caught here, left side, Moore. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try now for Santoso. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, that uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep... So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold it,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
Well, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last shot now for Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant...
Two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due. I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me. That's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB. These Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go get her. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow. Follow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand. Boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. As I go, this gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe, so you gon' see. I chase, I just attract what you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mama mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular shit I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck, jab, hooks in it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Zach Wilson.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first. I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across. On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Draw play, ETN. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers for Moore last week. 6 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They go play action now. Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sky Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, 2nd overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now Wilson, and that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job with the offensive line. The route well run. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. Out right, he's got Ruckert. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Wilson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Holding. Defense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Santoso now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but let me finish. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now Lawrence on first down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Robinson will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point try now for Santoso. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
5 yards remain on second down. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Lawrence. Got his man complete. Moore. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. Sky Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here, because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And New York set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Taken in at the 11. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. Then, on Sunday night, wrap up your Christmas day with a great one in the NFC. The Bucks and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern Time. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught. So this is just an incompletion here. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. Remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 20. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Finds the open target, Arnold. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 44, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Jets, first down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 18-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, he just like those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, and he coughed it up. Here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second and short now following the fumble. Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 4 yards out. And the Jets are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run again here with Robinson.
98 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Jaguars are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
So out now come the Jets.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now Wilson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Open man here is Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Yeah, he'll find Hall. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Let's go. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the Jets sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. There's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with him. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Second down and goal. Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is third and goal. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Always got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, their defense has really struggled. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. to start it out. Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Here's Lawrence. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for every.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lie. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white lies. Take off that weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the doje, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have? You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Get back in pocket. The word in the panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal, done with the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Tell her to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house, venting in the safe. Can I fit out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Hold up. Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for a steady. When you show your show, don't credit. When you show your bro for leverage. What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? The gossip. What the is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like Oprah, dog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Lose it on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party, 1 o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest. While I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these down me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the gurus, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the flags. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Davis Mills, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Texans and the Jags. And it...
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out in his second season now out of Stanford. Here's Davis Mills. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Jags, they really play over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence. Now Lawrence. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they work this well upfield and cross the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Sky Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now 14-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Going to be caught here left side, Moore. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Olave from 21 yards away. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mills. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 45. Dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sky Moore with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tutu Atwell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Looking to throw again on second down. Mills connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw is Mills. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go play action. Mills. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Adam Gotsis able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that.
Touchdown! Tutu Atwell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build enough.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Santoso now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. After the pick six a moment ago, here's Mills again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Mills. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We begin on this New Year's Day up in the Big Apple. Last night, they got to see the ball drop in Times Square. Today, they get Indianapolis taking on the New York Giants. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they lead the visiting Arizona Cardinals at halftime. Desmond Ridder, 3 first-half touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's got room. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars extend their lead yet again.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. They'll start by handing this off to Mack. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up 4 from the 31. Mills to throw it. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so...
Bills can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, he completes it to Olave. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston will give them the season sweep. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Olave, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Texans nothing. Logan Cook, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks. In. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 25-yard line. Three quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Santoso. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up.
And now here's another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Robinson. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing, Mills. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win, which is in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to...
Although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it will sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Mills on first down.
Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
To throw, Mills. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Santoso now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they?
And my goodness, another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The extra point try now for Santoso.
Let's go.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And here comes the Texans now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget.
And now here is another interception.
And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Steps away.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Santoso now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right.
Even in the darkest moments, they close. I'm that shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night that still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travelers surprise.